What's going on, guys? G-Smassy here and welcome to a brand new video. Welcome to a daily dose of transfer gossip. And today is be Friday the 18th of January, got confirmed news to go through as well as the potential rumours. So just before we get started, if you could show your support by leaving a like rating, that'd be absolutely awesome and greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, press that subscribe button for more and press the bell notifications next to it so never miss an upload. My previous video will be down below in the description box, current schedule every day at 8 AM UK times a new transfer video. And finally, in the comment section below, if you could choose a five-a-side team of current active footballers, who would you choose? Let me know your teams down below. And now let's jump into the very first player of the day, and it's going to be a somewhat of a FIFA Ultimate Team legend, as a former Brasilva being Manuel. He joined Corinthians in Brazil from Cruzeiro as a loan for the rest of the season. Actually, I don't think their season's even started yet, so it's for a whole campaign, and again, a FIFA Ultimate Team legend. Next up we have got Franz Sol going to Dynamo Kiev in Ukraine from Willem II, I think they're called in the Eredivisie, for 3.5 million euros. And for foot purposes, if you're doing the Eredivisie League SBC, I'm almost certain that he's actually the only striker from Willem II. So if he is taken out of packs, his price might go up a little bit, although apparently he's already 3.5k. And the final confirmed deal for this section at least is going to be Moussa Dembele, completing a switch to the Chinese Super League. He joined Guangzhou RNF from Tottenham for a fee of around £11 million. And as I've said every single time so far, that people have mentioned that fee of being 11 mil, it obviously seems very, very cheap for a player of his quality. But given the fact in 6 months' time he'd be a free transfer, it's probably good for everyone involved. And for him, he gets a crazy good wage. And despite it being one of the better transfers from this window so far, I don't think he'll get a once to watch card because the Chinese Super League, it doesn't even start back up until March. And now we have the first rumour of the day according to Mundo Deportivo. They're saying Barca are considering a move for Los Angeles FC striker Carlos Vela. Now Barca have been linked to a lot of different attackers in the last few days because of them selling Manir and they need a new backup. For example, Luka Jovic, Duani, Morata, just to name a few. But Carlos Vela is a new player being linked to them. And he does have previous experience in La Liga with Real Sociedad and had played there for a fair few years. But apparently he's got a very high contract in the MLS team, and as of right now, it is the MLS off-season. So quite possibly there could be some kind of loan deal in there, we'll have to wait and see. And this actually ties into the next transfer according to Sport. They're saying Tottenham have open talks with Barca over a deal to sign forward MALCOM this month. Mauricio Pochettino's side are considering boosting their forward line after Harry Kane was ruled out until March with an ankle injury. MALCOM only moved to the Camp Nou last summer but has struggled to hold down a first team place, making just 5 La Liga appearances so far this season. But according to Diarra Sport, they're saying Barca's MALCOM is subject to interest from Chinese Super League side Guangzhou Evergrande. And he was also offered to Chelsea in part of the deal for Willian, but Chelsea rejected it. So as for MALCOM, it seems his time at Barca is not going to last too long. And that also makes sense somewhat for the Carlos Vela move, because Carlos Vela can play centrally as a striker, or he can play on the right hand side. Another player linked to Spurs today, according to the Daily Star, is going to Divock Origi. So very short one saying Tottenham are considering a deal for Divock Origi as a temporary loan replacement for Harry Kane. Now Liverpool are looking to sell Divock Origi, whether it's in the January transfer window or the upcoming summer window. But to a title rival being Spurs, I'm not sure we'll do that. And I know Divock Origi isn't a world-class player, but the fact he would boost their team in their title surge potentially, I just don't think it makes too much sense. And next up, according to the Daily Mirror, they're saying Manchester United, Manchester City and Chelsea have been scouting Aaron Wan-Bissaka this season. He has been so impressive for Palace so far this season, and it makes sense the top teams are interested in him, as he's very, very young. He could be their right back for a long time. And now we have got another confirmed deal. This time it's going to be a goalkeeper, Kiko Casilla, joining Leeds United. It's from Real Madrid for an undisclosed fee, and it's on a contract until 2023. And with Leeds being sat top of the Championship as of right now, they've got a great chance of getting promotion back to the Premier League this season. And the manager, Marcelo Bielsa, his press conference on Wednesday, it was incredible. Now the whole Spygate thing, in my opinion, has been taken out of control a little bit by the media. That's just my opinion on it. Whereas I do see why opinions are split, but the whole thing in that press conference, it was genius. It was quite literally a PowerPoint presentation, and he actually even admitted he's been doing that pretty much with every single team this year. But even ex-pro footballers have come out and said that the whole spying on other teams' training is very, very common. And just so I stop blabbering on about it, the whole thing, the whole conclusion of it is that I'm almost convinced now he knows more about Derby than Derby do themselves. And next up, according to Calcio Mercato, they said Napoli have identified Real Madrid midfielder James Rodriguez as a January transfer target. A move to Napoli will see Rodriguez reunite with former boss Carlo Ancelotti, who signed for Real Madrid from AS Monaco back in 2014. He is currently in the final 6 months of his deal at Bayern Munich on loan for Real Madrid for 2 years, and the likes of Arsenal also want him on loan for the final 6 months, and it will cost about £3 million. West Ham are considering a move for Celta Vigo striker Maxi Gomez as a potential replacement for Marko Arnautovic. That's if he does leave the club this month, according to Sky Sports. The Austrian striker has been linked to a move to China with Shanghai SIPG, having a £35 million bid rejected earlier this month. This has led the Hammers to consider potential replacements, though Gomez's rumoured £45 million release clause is far higher than they're prepared to pay. And another player linked to West Ham is going to be Edin Dzeko, according to the Daily Star. And West Ham are also lining up a move for Roma forward Edin Dzeko, according to the Daily Star. Dzeko played under West Ham manager Manuel Pellegrini at Manchester City and could be brought in to replace Marko Arnautovic should he be sold to a Chinese side. Now, Dzeko is known as being a world-class goalscorer, and he's proven that in the Champions League so far this season with 4 games played, 5 goals and 2 assists to his name. But so far in the league in Serie A, it's 15 games and just 2 goals. He's averaging a goal every 524 minutes in comparison to every 72 minutes in the UEFA Champions League. And for a striker that's known as being a goal scorer, it's not very good enough. Now, I'm not sure how much service he is getting on the ball and how many great chances he's really getting, but overall, 2 goals in 15 doesn't look too good, and maybe a move to West Ham, it could be good for him. And next up, according to Calcio Mercato, they're saying Inter Milan are confident of landing Luka Modric this summer after a failed pursuit for the 2018 Ballon d'Or winner last August. Their CEO Giuseppe Marotta hopes to secure a deal for the Croatian at the end of the season, with his current contract set to expire in 2020. It's also being suggested that the midfielder would prefer a move to Inter so he can link up with his international teammates Perisic, Brozovic and Verzajko. And next up we have quite a strange one according to Tuttosport. They're saying Tottenham have approached Giuseppe Rossi over the past few hours as a pay-as-you-play deal on the agenda. He is currently back training with Manchester United, his previous club, and I believe right now is a free agent. So for Spurs, as a short-term replacement, obviously it could work out, but he's not very match fit. The most recent team he played for was Genoa in the Serie A last season in fact, but now he's currently a free agent, so it'd be a free transfer, but again, we'll have to wait and see. And next up, according to AS, they're saying Premier League giants Manchester City and Chelsea have signalled their interest in signing Tottenham playmaker Christian Eriksen. While Real Madrid remain favourites to sign the 26-year-old, City and Chelsea are keen to keep the Danish midfielder in the Premier League. And a source told AS it's hard to name just one particular top-level club who are keeping a close eye on him, because they're aside from England, Spain, Italy and Germany. Il Mattino are saying Napoli are ready to offer PSV Eindhoven €30 million for Hirving Lozano. Ancelotti's side are looking to beat a host of top European clubs to the Mexican international signature, including Chelsea, Milan, Manchester United and Real Madrid. PSV are reluctant to let Lozano leave this month, but by making a move now, Napoli hope to complete a deal in time for the summer. And obviously for Ultimate Team, Lozano is one of the most overpowered players this year again, just like FIFA 18, so a move to the Serie A, if you've got a few special cards in the Serie A, it'd be kind of crazy. And now we've got a pretty huge one for Liverpool fans according to the Evening Standard. They're saying Jurgen Klopp remains keen to bring in a number 10 and a striker this summer, with Timo Werner being a massive possibility. Klopp did try to sign Nabil Fekir last summer and it all broke down, and that was the initial number 10 we were after, but since then it's gone a bit quiet, and for January it looks unlikely we'll sign anyone. But already looking ahead for next season, a new striker could come in. It doesn't mean Firmino's drop, by the way, because this season right now we're playing a 4-2-3-1 and Salah's the striker. It just means Salah goes back out onto the right hand side and the new striker comes into the centre. And now we have got a confirmed deal, and it's going to be Kabak going to Stuttgart in the Bundesliga from Galatasaray as a €12 million fee. And next up, according to various different sources, Derby County are in talks to sign former Chelsea and England left back Ashley Cole, and it'll be a deal until the end of the current season. Obviously, he's a former teammate of Frank Lampard for England and also Chelsea, and in regards to FIFA Ultimate Team, he could get a flashback card in the Championship. Sky Sports are saying Celtic are continuing to negotiate with Manchester United over a loan deal for midfielder Scott McTominay. France Football are saying PSG have failed to advance in their pursuit of a central midfielder in recent days because of Watford's activity in the transfer market. Everton want Abdoulaye Doucouré to replace Idrissa Gueye, who the Toffees have agreed in principle to sell to PSG if they find a replacement. But the Hornets are not allowing the Frenchman to join Everton for anything less than €50 million, which Marco Silva's club consider unreasonable. And now PSG might have to turn to Julian Weigl from Borussia Dortmund, and to be fair to Thomas Tuchel, apparently his #1 choice anyway. And now we have got a confirmed deal according to Sky Italy, and they're saying Aaron Ramsey has signed a pre-contract agreement to join Juventus in the summer. He's set to sign a 4-year contract, and it's £300,000 a week according to the Times. Now, as of right now, Arsenal and Juventus haven't announced it just yet, but I imagine in the next couple of days we'll find out officially. But that, guys, is going to be it for this video. So as always, if you enjoyed it and enjoyed transfers, make sure to show your support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome, greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, press that subscribe button for more, and press the bell notifications next to it so never miss an upload. My previous video will be down below in the description box, current schedule every day at 8 AM UK time a new transfer video, and finally in the comment section below, if you could choose a 5-a-side team of current active footballers, who would you choose? Let it down below. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.